Greetings once again, Chaotix. This is Mama Jen. So today I thought I would share with you guys our budget for this pay period. Um, I don't know how well or how much people will like this, so I just thought I'd give it a try, and if it doesn't go over well, then I probably won't do another one. Okay, so to get started, today is the day that we get a paycheck. Um, this month we do have 3 paychecks coming in, so I'm really excited about that. We only usually get that at least once or twice a year, so this happens to be the month for it. These are our bank balances, unfortunately, as of the 13th. We had pretty much only enough for rent and next to nothing in savings. I know that's kind of sad for somebody who says they kind of do the Dave Ramsey plan, but it is what it is. I did do a guesstimate on the paycheck. Sometimes it's about that much, sometimes it's a little bit less. So, yeah, I can't really say. It's a trucker's life. What are you going to do? It all depends on miles and everything else. This is how much total I expected to have. And here is our payments and bills. Now, I have our tithing. I give 10% or more if I can help it. Food, I have a very little amount for food, only because if you saw how much I had in my freezers, you'd be like, you don't even need that much. So I'm only using that mostly to get like milk and bread and stuff because that's really all we need right now. I will be transferring this tomorrow into our savings account because I am trying to get us started on baby step 1 again. It's like our 3rd time trying. Toiletries, I have $50. Some people may say that's too much, some people may say that's too little, but I'm going to see how much we actually use after everything's said and done, but I will be taking that out in cash because we do need some things. I started writing down dates of certain things, as you can see here, but, like for example, the rent, like I checked it on the 13th, and that's why we had that amount, because that was our rent money. That actually already got taken out, like that night. I rechecked our bank account. The electric, actually, we don't pay that much in electric. We're trying to get started on paying at least 2 months in advance for our utilities because winter months are coming, and my husband's paychecks are never guaranteed to be the same amount every time because he is, again, a truck driver, and his pays are largely dependent on weather too. And usually we've noticed that around the winter time they get a little less. So we're trying to get in the habit of trying to pay at least a few of these ahead of time and pay a little bit extra in hopes that by November, December, when he starts to get snow and stuff affecting his loads, that we'll have a little bit extra in these accounts so that we don't have to pay so much, or we don't have to hopefully pay anything. The internet is not $40, but that's, again, the same thing like the electric. We're trying to pay extra. My husband's cell phone, I have tried to get him to get lower, but unfortunately that's as low as he can comfortably get it. It's $100. We are a little bit ahead on it right now, but not very much. So that's why I'm putting that on there. Hopefully it'll be a few dollars more. My cell phone, yes, you're seeing that correctly, it is $11. I have a smaller company cell phone plan, which if anybody is interested, I will talk about in another video. But for right now, mine's is actually like I think it's like $10.99, so I just rounded off to $11. Gas for both cars, because we do have 2 cars, is $150. That may be less because my husband just got some gas last week, and I think I'm only at a half tank, but I drive a Suburban, so that may be about right. Car repairs, I have $400 written down. I have 2 car repairs that I need to be done. I know the name of one. I need a manifold intake gasket valve, I think, replaced. And I also have something going on, I think, with my brakes, but I'm not quite sure on that. So I'm going to get that checked out today to see how much it can be. If I can only get one done, then I will. But for right now, I'm just trying to get at least $400 worth of repairs done. Hopefully I can get a little bit less. I do have the actual intake gasket thing. I have the actual part for that. I just need somebody to put it on because my husband tried to see if he could do it, and unfortunately he was like, yeah, no, that's not flying. So we're going to see if we can get somebody to do that. My auto insurance is currently $63 for both of our cars. I'm hoping to get that a little lower, but unfortunately, right now we had some time lapse between insurance. As a result, that's why it's so high. I actually did try to get it as low as $50 for both of us because we have older cars. So if that upsets people, sorry. Homeschooling, I have $110. I know that Dave Ramsey tells us to go and get clothes, but honestly, we don't need a lot of clothes, and I actually have a pretty good system now where I am blessed with a lot of free clothes for my kids at least, sometimes for my husband, are low cost, but we only usually do clothes as the need arises, and we usually only budget, $20 or so, maybe less. But for right now, we're all really good on clothes because somebody had blessed us with a ton of with tags clothes. So I put homeschooling there. We have a young scientist club that we do. That's a monthly subscription. My husband does that with the kids as his part of homeschooling. Solstice is History. She has a special history subscription online that it's almost a high school course. We need printer ink cartridges. I do the refillable ones, and I do have the ink to refill them, but unfortunately the cartridges themselves have one kaput, and that's why I need more. And pedometers, because my kids are trying to earn money for exercising and doing chores and whatnot, so I figured one of the things to get them moving a bit more, because we do a lot of sitting with homeschooling, unfortunately, and not a lot of moving around during the school year, and I wanted to get them a little bit more active, so I'm buying them some pedometers as pay. Student loan, that is the minimum amount that they take out just to make sure that they don't take my tax return, because they did do that this year. And Aaron, which is my husband's on the road needs, I put $50 for him. That is usually just snacks and stuff for him, so although I have a low grocery budget and he has a higher on the road for himself, I'm okay with that because honestly he can't be home all the time. So he's not home when I bake cookies or whenever I can send him off with food, but for the most part that's just for snacks that I can't get for him, or gloves or anything that he might need while on the road, that is a part of his job. So to help him hopefully reduce his advancements in his paychecks that he does, which if you're a trucker or a truck driver's wife, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the total for all this came to 2329, and the difference yesterday, not yesterday, but the other day I did a guesstimate, and it was a $16.31 difference. But this actual paycheck was not $1,550, it was $1,606. So our difference is $72.51. We are going to be applying that towards debt, and there's going to be no excuses. I've had a bad habit of, like I said, going crazy with food, and whenever we had excess, but I won't be doing that for a while because we have so much food in our freezers right now that I need to just tackle down, suck it up, and just start eating it. So, and I thank God for that we have excess, that we can do this. So, we're going to be using this towards my student loans. This month, we're going to look at the budget thing for our debt and see where we can start applying this at too. I think it will be my first student loan, but I also have to look to see, because I'm not sure if my husband has a smaller debt. That might come first. So that is our budget for this paycheck. I will do another video on the third paycheck, and we'll see how that goes. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like this. I wish I could do the cash thing, but unfortunately almost everything on here is like automatic withdrawal. So yeah, unfortunately I can't help that. I wanted to do a cash thing like I've seen a lot of budgeters do, but like I said, it's just so much easier to just do automatic withdrawals for most of this stuff. So let me know in the comments what you guys do for your food budget, because I would like to see if I am going a little extreme, or if you guys are like me and just have like stupid amounts of food and you probably don't even need one. So let me know in the comments how much you guys spend on groceries and what you do to help lower that. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. And until next time, bye guys.